What's up, everyone? Dragon Ball Super episode 125. We're 6 episodes away from the end. So this episode starts off with Goku and Vegeta still fighting Jiren, and they're just pushing him back, not really doing anything. Jiren isn't breaking a sweat, and they come up with a quick little plan where Goku grabs onto Jiren, just kind of holding him, and Vegeta shoots a final flash at him. Of course, it doesn't do anything to him. Jiren uses his eye powers, whatever that is, where he blinks and energy just kind of goes around him or whatever, and the attack doesn't even hit him. So, he pushes Vegeta and Goku back, he knocks them into a wall or a rock or whatever, and that's pretty much the end of their fight. They're kind of tired, and they're just like, man, we're not doing anything to him. This is going to be tough, but, we can manage it. And then we go over to 17 and Toppo, because in the last episode Gohan and 17 were fighting Toppo, but Gohan went to help Frieza, and of course Gohan was eliminated. Poor Gohan. So 17 is trying to fight Toppo, and Toppo is pretty much just blasting him and chasing him around, and 17's only plan is that, there's only 6 minutes left, so he figures, I have infinite energy, let me just shoot infinite blast at him and just keep him, stuck there for 6 minutes, and then the tournament's over and we'll win, because right now we have, more fighters than them. They have 4 and the other universe has 2. So he starts shooting all these energy balls at Toppo, and they're not really doing anything. He's just kind of blocking them because Toppo is stronger than 17. I think they even mentioned it. And he's just kind of standing there though, because they can hurt him, but he's blocking them. If he blocks them, he's fine. But if he doesn't, they seem to be able to do damage to him. So he's just kind of standing there, and then his eyes kind of start doing this weird thing where everything turns red, or he's seeing everything in a red. And I guess it looks like everything's going just really, really slow. So he eventually figures out how to get out of the energy balls, and he just kind of runs around dodging the energy blast until he knocks 17 back. And then he goes on the attack. So he shoots a big blast at 17. And 17 shoots another blast to try to block it. So they're doing that one of those back and forth energy blast things where, whoever has the strongest blast is going to overcome the other one. So at first they seem kind of even, but slowly but surely Toppo starts pushing 17 back, and it starts pushing him back all the way to the edge. So he's right there on the edge, and it looks like Toppo's about to eliminate him. But out of nowhere, he gets shot in the back by, of course, Frieza. Because Frieza's a psychopath, he's going to shoot you in the back because he don't give a damn. So we look over at Frieza, and Frieza's just like, oh, ho, 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 Toppo, whatever, and he just starts sadistically blasting Toppo in the back with his little, finger energy blasts, and he's just kind of making fun of him the entire time. He's like, aha, you Justice Ranger or whatever, you can't really do anything, blah, 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 blah. He's just blasting him in the back, and while he's doing this, 17 starts getting the upper hand on him, so he starts pushing the energy beam back, closer and closer to Toppo, so he's kind of sandwiched in between them, and eventually Frieza just kind of gets tired of it. He's just like, this isn't fun when, you don't retaliate. So he shoots a bigger blast at Toppo, and it just kind of hits him in the back, and then 17's blast hits him, so he gets sandwiched and smashed by 2 blasts, and at first it looks like Toppo's eliminated. Everyone's just like, well, was Toppo gone or whatever? But they're like, no, he's not eliminated. If he was eliminated, he would have appeared up with the audience. So eventually all the smoke and everything clears, and we see Toppo, and he's really jacked up. His clothes is damaged. He has all those scrapes and everything, and he falls to his knees. He's just he's tired, because he got hit by 2 powerful attacks. But he's just like, you know what? There is no more justice. He's had enough. So he starts transforming. Pretty much he decides that he's done being a Justice Warrior, and he's going to become a God of Destruction. Because earlier in the series they said that Toppo was a candidate to become a God of Destruction, and he had that ability, and now he's showing it. So he starts transforming, and Goku and Vegeta are fighting Jiren, and Jiren, he just kind of notices, he looks over towards where Toppo's at, and he senses the energy. And so does Vegeta and Goku, so they pretty much stop fighting, and Jiren even comments on it. He's like, I guess he made his choice. He's gonna go with destruction. And we go back to Toppo, and he's just transforming, and he's getting buffer and buffer and kind of taller, because he's kind of big. He's not fat, but he doesn't look like skinny or whatever, but he gets bigger and buffer and longer, and he gets kind of like a symbol on his chest, on his chest, and he gets all this purple energy around him, and Frieza's just like, oh, whatever, just because you transform doesn't mean you can't take me or whatever. So Frieza starts or shoots a finger blast at him, like right in the face, and it looks like it just kind of goes through him, or it just kind of disintegrates. It doesn't hurt him at all. Apparently, since he transformed into this form and now he's using the power of destruction, that purple energy is destruction energy. So anything that touches it kind of disintegrates or gets destroyed. So Toppo powers up a big ball of destruction energy and he shoots it at Frieza. And Frieza, just kind of being the cocky person he is, they're just like, oh, I've dealt with destruction energy before. That's something that happened when the Universe 4 tried to assassinate Frieza and Goku before the tournament. And he's just like, I was able to handle it then. I'm just like, I know this energy now. It's only going to take me one hand. So he puts out his hand to stop this big blast of destruction energy. And at first, he's just like, whatever, see, it's nothing to me. He's kind of holding it there. But eventually, it starts enveloping him. It starts, taking over him, crushing him or whatever. And it looks like he gets killed or destroyed. The purple energy just surrounds him. He's yelling in pain. Like a big old blast happens, like a big flash of light and everything. The entire arena gets broken in half. Like it's taken a lot of damage, but it hasn't been shattered like this. So it's broken in half. Like it's almost all completely destroyed. Goku and Jiren and Vegeta, they're all standing on bits of rubble, just kind of floating out there because that's how badly this arena has been destroyed by this one blast. And then everyone was just like, man, well, that's crazy. And they just pretty much talk about Toppo and, him being a god of destruction. His universe just talking about like, yep, he's going all out. He's now a god of destruction. And, once everything settles down, Toppo is just like, hey, I can sense you. He's talking to 17. He's like, I can sense you over there. Why don't you come out? And 17 is just like, well, I was looking for a good opportunity to attack you, but it didn't come up. So Toppo starts shooting energy blasts at 17, and he puts up his shield, but it just starts cracking it. He's so strong now that the shield is worthless pretty much to 17. It can stop a few blasts, but it shatters. It's no good to him. So he starts dodging, and he just starts shooting energy blasts at him, and like even in the face. And again, he has that destruction energy, so his energy blasts pretty much disappear. And they even comment, or Krillin says like, so what? He can't take any physical damage now? And they're like, well, kind of, with that destruction energy, he's pretty indestructible now. So 17 is just like, I'm not going to give up. There has to be some kind of weakness. So he starts jumping around on all the rocks and just blasting him like from every single angle, just super fast. So he's getting hit, or Toppo's getting hit by energy blasts everywhere. But again, those blasts are just disappearing, being destroyed. And then 17 just shoots a big old blast at him. And again, it gets destroyed. Nothing. It doesn't do anything. So, excuse me. So Toppo is just like, okay, it's pretty much over. He's just shooting blasts everywhere and destroying the rubble. And eventually it gets to the point where 17 is just kind of stuck on this piece of rock, suspended in air. And Toppo's like, you have nowhere else to go. You're done. So he starts powering up destruction energy, and he's about to shoot it at him, but he gets shot, or like a rock gets thrown at him and stops him from shooting the blast. And out comes Frieza, and obviously he didn't die, because if he would have died, Toppo would have been eliminated. And Frieza's just like, he's pissed. He's super jacked up, but he's pissed. And he starts saying, hey, screw you, Toppo. You're a god of destruction. He's like, that's what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to destroy you. So he powers up a planet destroyer. You know how he destroyed Namek with a big old blast, and he chucks it at Toppo. He's had enough. He doesn't care if he kills Toppo and gets eliminated. But Toppo just powers up a little bit of destruction energy in his finger and flicks it at him. Boom! He destroys the planet destroyer, and he just rushes freaking Frieza and punches him right in the gut. Like, it looks like Frieza should have died right there. It looks painful and destructive, and then he just slams Frieza right into the ground. He's just destroying Frieza, and he's just talking crap. He's like, oh, Frieza, you're garbage or whatever. And he picks him up by the head, and he just starts squeezing it, and you can see Frieza is just in a lot of pain. And Toppo's just like, I could easily destroy you, but if I did that, I would be disqualified. And he's just like, you're just garbage, and you just throw garbage away. So he drops Frieza, and then he kicks him, or tries to kick him off the arena. But before he flies off, a rock hits him, and it's enough so that he kind of falls down, and he's like on the edge of falling off. But he's still in play. He's knocked out, and he's on the edge. And we go over to 17, and he's just kind of, wiping his hands. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I missed, Toppo. I meant to throw that rock at you." So 17 saved Frieza right now, because if he didn't throw that rock and stop him from falling off, Frieza would have been gone. So Frieza is still in it. I mean, he's knocked out, and I don't know what he's going to be able to do later on, but he's still in play. And the episode pretty much ends with 17 shooting a big blast at Toppo, and Toppo shooting destruction ball energy at 17, and that's it. I gotta say, I love this episode. It was good. Toppo going to his destruction mode was freaking. It was cool. Like 17 couldn't do anything against him. I kind of love seeing Frieza being all cocky. At first he was able to, or when he was just blasting Toppo, it was Frieza at his best. I've grown to love Frieza during this arc. I mean, not love, but I like him. Before, I hated Frieza. I freaking hated Frieza. During the Namek arc, I was just like, I hated Frieza. Like, that's when I don't like going back and watching that, the whole Frieza saga. I prefer the Cell saga. But now, I'm more willing, because I'm like, man, Frieza's a little bit more interesting character. I didn't give him a lot of credit. I should have. So, like I said, it pretty much ends there. And I usually don't watch the preview for the next episode, but this time I did. And it looks like Toppo is going to end up fighting Vegeta. I don't know if 17 gets eliminated. It kind of seems like he probably will get eliminated next episode. And it's going to be Vegeta against Toppo, which is really good, because if Vegeta defeats Toppo, he'll be defeating a god of destruction, which shows Vegeta's at a really, really good high level. We already know Goku is, with his Ultra Instinct, is right there, like at god level. So if Vegeta's able to defeat Toppo, he's doing really, really good. So he'll be as strong as a god of destruction, which says a lot. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. Like I said, I really enjoyed this episode. It was good, crazy action, crazy stuff happening. It was good, seeing Frieza and 17 in action. 17 using his plans, trying to run out the clock. Frieza being sadistic and taking advantage of people. Great stuff. Toppo, God of Destruction, just destroying Frieza. that was crazy, man. I still have that image of Toppo just punching Frieza in the gut. I mean, no, a lot of people have been punched in the gut in these series, like when Gohan punched Cell and he threw up 18, crazy stuff. But this one looked like really, really painful. I'm surprised Frieza didn't just explode and die. It looked that bad. But like I said, great episode. I enjoyed it. I can't wait until next week. We only have 6 episodes left, unfortunately. But so far, I'm enjoying the Super Run. I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball will be back in some form later on. If you guys watched the episode, what did you think? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Do you think 17 is going to be eliminated next episode? Do you think Vegeta can take Toppo? I kind of think he can, or he should be able to. It's going to be good to see Vegeta just take someone out. Even though it's not Jiren, it'll still be good enough for me, I think, if he takes out Toppo, God of Destruction, or Goddess of Destruction level Toppo. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.